I love it, man. The To be able to have the opportunity to come all the way from West Philly all the way to Potomac Mills Mall is a blessing. You know, you gotta remember this isn't a strip mall. This is a big time mall. You know, Potomac Mills. You know, they even got their little show. You know what I mean? The ladies of Potomac. So you know, the name really resonates and people know where it's located and what it's about.
Ooh, so what you got for him coming up next year? What's going on with IYBO next year?
Oh man, IYBO next year, man. We well, this is a sample right here. This coming out.
That shit is hard.
You see
That-
what
I
the
need that. When that comes out, that shit is hard.
they in production right now. You know, Caleb, I got you when they come out. They're actually gonna be in this color, black and white. The white was gonna have the black. It's gonna have best option right here. It's gonna be the stars right down the bottom, and the navy blue is gonna have best options, but it's gonna have like white right here. You know, just because a lot of people just want crew neck sometimes. They don't really want hoodies all the time. So, you know, it gotta be a little diverse for the people. Definitely, and you get the, you know what I mean, show your little, you know what I mean, being on without, you know, have the extra, you know, the hood and all the other stuff.
It seems like you invest in your marketing, you invest in the photo shoots, you invest in the thing, because honestly, it's only so many ways you can make a t-shirt. You either gonna embroider it, screen print it, it's only so many designs, but why is it that you would buy this versus buy that? I always say it's the marketing, it's how people perceive that product, what's their connection with that product. So you're somebody that you have been marketing, you've been like figuring out how am I gonna separate myself from these other people. What would you say a tip would be for somebody who's up and coming? How do they do that?
One of the tips that I'll give, and I give all the time when I'm at like fashion shows or like the thing you're going to have on February 12th. Obviously, I'm going to come through there and I'm obviously going to probably network with some up and coming people. And there's nothing wrong with diversion people from those potholes that you went through. You know what I'm saying? But the biggest thing is take pride in what you do. You know what I'm saying? If you take pride in what you do, you take pride in what you wear, then you're going to put out good product. Like, I don't want to buy a shirt and I wash it and then I got to throw it in the trash. I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? I was a young boy. We did that. We went to the corner store. We got the sad t-shirts, wore them Jones once or twice. Chuck. You know what I mean? So you got to make sure that the quality is good. So when they do wash it, when they do iron it, if they do want to put it in the dry cleaners, it's going to be just how it was when they purchased it from you.
Yeah. And I like that a lot of your stuff is like embroidered, the patches is sewn on, like it's high quality. You feel me? You can tell when you're buying something that the quality is on point.
Yeah, I mean, and that's another thing. Like, a lot of people ask me, why do I do so much embroidering and patchwork? Because, not to say that I didn't come from vinyl pressing, because obviously we all started from there. But to separate yourself, you have to be different. You know, when I go in stores and I look at, you know what I mean, Polo, and I look at Nautica and all that, I still got Polo shirts that I had from 2000 that still look good. The horse ain't gonna fall off. The sweatpants, we still wear the Polo sweatpants. He ain't going nowhere. So you have to kind of like mimic that and make sure that your material is good. And one of the things is, like, especially with sweatshirts and stuff like that, make sure you got that good cotton, so when they do wash it, it don't get them lint balls and then now they don't want to wear it no more. And you know, so it's a lot of trial and error with this thing though.
How would you balance just as a fashion designer, because fashion is something that I feel like goes through cycles and trends, and there's some stuff with fashion that's like it's a fad, and then there's fashion that's like a tried and true, something that's lasting and it doesn't really change, like sweatpants, sweatshirts, that doesn't ever really change. It's just been the same since the 70s.
Right.
But like, how do you mix in as a designer, giving people something that's tried and true and lasting versus also throwing in something to, you know what I mean, like testing the waters?
A lot of times, like this sweatshirt I got on right now, a lot of times, because you know, I like to dress, so sometimes I'll just have my manufacturer make something for me just so I can be my billboard. Like when I walked in, you said, I like that jacket. What Vic say? I like that jacket. Took the jacket off, you like, oh, I like the sweatshirt too. You know what I mean? So the more compliments you get on something, that's when you say, okay, let me jot that down. This joint might work. You know what I mean? It's been times that I had things that, you know, I wore it and then it was just for me. And that's okay. You know, CEOs gonna have our own little special stuff, you know.
How do you balance like relationships as it pertains to like your business? Because you've been in the game as far as a business owner for a long time. So you kind of see the ebbs and flows of people saying like, oh, I want to come with you. Oh, I want to come da 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 da. And sometimes it's better to keep people out of your business if it's a personal relationship. But then sometimes it might click, and now it's like, boom, I really got a partner in this. How would you say you manage like those? Because you've been in it for a little while, like you've been in the business owner game for a while.
I'll definitely say I keep business and personal. You know, I try not to blur the lines. With anything, you know, being a CEO. I mean, I may reach out to some people and say, hey, what you think about this, or what you think about that? Because you know, guys can dress, you know, females know how to dress. So I'll get their tidbit, I'll get their insight. But nobody's drive is like my drive. So I don't want to have someone next to me that's not putting in what I'm putting in, but you want the residuals at the end. So, you know, personal is personal, business is business. Just like when I'm at fashion shows, you know, a lot of times people are like, damn, Star, you know, she look nice. You know, no, it's business is business. Like I never date a model. I never date anybody that's working with me, because I've seen how it deviates from the bottom line. And at the end of the day, man, we all about trying to win, man, trying to get this money. And be successful. You know what I mean? You know, because this world is so small, and what we in, all you need is one person to say, well, you know, Star, you know what I mean? All you want to do is, you know what I mean, bag the models. And so now I go to a fashion shoot. Don't nobody want to dress with me now? Don't nobody want, but because I'm not like that, everybody wants to participate, because definitely. I tell people all the time, the integrity of a man speaks louder than his voice.
You want people to see in you like your character as a business owner. How do you perceive that in other people? Like, how do you know these are the models I want to work with? These are the manufacturers I want to work with. These are the photographers I want to work with. Like, how do you start to fill people out in those relationships? Are they serious about this, or is this some bull?
All right, so to start with the manufacturers, like right now I got about 15 in Pakistan and like 7 in China. And so many people ask me, why do you have so many manufacturers? Because certain manufacturers I only get certain things from. Like, I know when I call you for my sweatshirts, ain't no problems. The size gonna be right, the material gonna be right, the stitch gonna be right. We're gonna stay with that. The t-shirts and whatever. So that right there is just trial and error. You just gotta just learn. You know what I mean? You're gonna get a hit, you're gonna get a bad batch sometimes. You know what I mean? So the next thing is with the models, whenever somebody send me like a model, they say they want to, you know, work with me, I always go to the Instagram page, like, comment, you know, I'm always supporting, and I see if they reciprocate it, and I see, you know what I mean, how are they page? You know, one of the things that I tell most people, when we click on your page, I want to know what you're selling. It's so often you click on somebody's page and you be like, all right, there goes your kid, there goes your cat, there goes your dog, you got some nails. It felt like I'm at Marshall's. It felt like I'm at Ross, Berlin Coat Factory. I'm not shopping there. I want to be able to come in. I want to be able to look at your page and know that you're serious. And if you're serious, then I'm going to work with you. You know, and photographers, I'm real meticulous about that, because it is a lot of good photographers, but they don't take time editing. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean change. I want the rolls. I want the wrinkles. I want the dimples. I don't do that. But make sure that when they click on the page, they know what we selling. You know what I mean? Regardless if it's a sweatsuit or lingerie or whatever, we want the model to be comfortable. And if the models are comfortable, then the work gonna come out. You see the pages, you know, it's definitely gonna look presentable. It's definitely gonna look like the best option. You hear me?
Dropping some gems on them today. Okay.
Hey, listen, man.
There's a lot of people with clothing lines, but like kind of ascending that next level to like where it's just I'm getting some, you know, getting some screen printing on it, to like now you worried about marketing, branding, how's my manufacturers. Like I feel like that's good information for people to hear from you, because you've been in the game for a little bit and you've kind of run into those ruts and those potholes.
Definitely. But one of the other things, Caleb, I would give to anybody that's up and coming, that's trying to have a brand, is to make sure you're different. You know, and people don't want to really be different. They kind of like want to be just like everybody else, you know, but you have to be a little different. You have to say, okay, when people say you have a clothing line, what's the first thing you think? T-shirt, sweatshirt, automatic. So when do you say, okay, I don't want to I just don't want that? You know, I have dresses, I just didn't bring them yet. I have lingerie, I have Scully's, you want it to be something that people can wear every day. Even if they just run into the store, taking their garbage out, whatever, because that's what people see the most. When you at the supermarket that Sunday morning, when you just throw them sweatpants on, or that sweatshirt, or that hoodie, or that cap, that's what people see. Because now they say, you know what, that's comfortable. He threw that on just to run to the store. You ain't squeezing in nothing all sexy just to run to the store. Comfortability is everything. You know, we all want to be sexy, but 5 days out of the week, what we do when we come home? Put them sweatpants on, put them slides on that's busted up. You know, that's the uniform. That's the uniform. So I try to mimic IYBO into just being everyday comfortable. You can definitely follow us at on IG at IYBO_clothing. Anytime you tag us, we always gonna repost. We kind of like to shout out people on shout out Saturdays, just to, you know, give a shout out to those brands that may not have our platform or our following, you know. And a lot of times people follow back, and then sometimes a lot of people repost, and that's always a good thing, because it only takes a second to like something. You know, and that's the thing about the social media thing. It's all about likes. It's all about, because when people say, "Oh, he got 1,500 likes," that got to be something.
Sadly, that's the world we live in. You gotta play the game.
You have to play the game. You have to play the game, and you got to market yourself, because there ain't nobody else gonna market you. You know, and make sure that you don't. And one other thing, make sure that you're not always available, because if you're everywhere, you're nowhere. A lot of times people ask me, "Hey, Star, I'm doing this. Hey, I'm doing this," and you know, I'll come out and support. I'll be in the room, but I'm not going to bring the brand with me everywhere, because if I'm everywhere, then, you know, it's not special. You know what I mean? If I'm coming to your joint, they're gonna be like, "Well, damn, he ain't even like how you get him?"
I like that.
Yeah. All right.
We solid. You told them where they can follow you at?
Oh yeah. The website is www.iyboclothing.com. Instagram is IYBO_clothing. We are actually on TikTok as well. I need somebody to help me with my TikTok, man. My little nephew be doing it, but I ain't really good at that. But on TikTok is IYBO clothing. But we got some reels up there. But besides that, man, we doing good, man. We doing good. We gonna kill him in 2023. You hear me?
We going crazy.
You hear me?
We going crazy.
Listen.
We going crazy.
We go snap in this joint. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
You know.
All right, man. Thank you.
For sure.
Appreciate it.